Hey everyone, Carly Simons from Lead Geek Marketing here. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. I'm here for your Wednesday Hump Day treat. So last week I talked about reading the 12-week year. Bam, finished it, really enjoyed it. And there's just one more topic that they talked about that I really enjoyed, and I want to use it as my prompt for today. So I'm just going to kind of follow the setup that they had in the book, because it really got me thinking about how we handle interactions, and more specifically what we'll talk about today is commitments and our commitments that we make to others. So they had three definitions or sentences that really stood out to me. The first one said, commitment is the state of being bound emotionally or intellectually to some course of action. Second one, commitment is a conscious decision to take specific action to create a desired result. And the third, commitment is accountability projected into the future. So you've got something that you are both bound emotionally and intellectually to in order to take action to create a desired result. And in doing so, you're holding yourself accountable both now and in the future. So what I want you to do is first think about a time when someone promised you something that was ultra important to you. You were like really stoked on it, and then they kind of let you down. How did it make you feel? Probably pretty shitty, upset, maybe hurt, disappointed. But now think of a time when you promised somebody something and the same thing happened. You let them down. You couldn't follow through. You couldn't make happen what you said was going to happen. What do you think the impact is of these broken promises on relationships? And sometimes it's small, but sometimes it's massive. I've seen so many people in my life lose business deals and relationships and friendships and sometimes family members just because they couldn't follow through on their word. And you lose trust and confidence in each other and your integrity, and it can even lead to massive self-esteem issues in people. And in the end, everybody gets hurt when these promises and commitments get broken. And that makes it become so much easier to realize the importance of keeping your word and sticking to your commitments, doing what you say you're going to do. So if we know we're hurting people, if we know we're overcommitting ourselves, how can we avoid this? Firstly, just think of what it's going to cost you. And I know that sounds selfish, but with any commitment, there is a sacrifice. Whether it's time, overcommitting yourself and burning out, money, a night out with friends, Netflix, whatever. Anytime you say yes to something new, you have to say no to something you were previously doing. And consider what you'll have to sacrifice before you say yes. That way, you don't have to say yes if you don't want to. Are you actually willing to sacrifice what's necessary to keep this promise? If you accidentally commit up front and you realize you're probably not going to follow through, speak up, and speak up quick, because the quicker you address it, the better it'll be. The longer you wait, the more upset people are going to be with the end result when it doesn't happen. Second, learn to say no. It's okay, really. I'm guilty of this. Most people are, but we are the worst. Like the worst. People that say yes up front just to save face, tell you what you want to hear just so you go away and don't bother them anymore, are the worst. And I get it. It's uncomfortable to just straight up say no. You don't want to disappoint someone in the moment, and it feels better to say yes. Everybody gets excited and happy. But think about all those ugly negatives we talked about: losing relationships, trust, confidence in each other. They aren't worth it. And even though it doesn't feel like it up front, people would rather you just say no straight away than to break a promise in the long run. It's less of an investment if you think of it that way. Somebody isn't going to invest all their time and energy into you and be disappointed when something isn't going to happen. If you just say no up front, there's nothing to worry about except for maybe a couple hurt feelings, but usually people get over that pretty quickly. And last thing, think of the long-term benefits as opposed to the short-term discomfort. This is kind of a shift in mindset a bit, but a quote they had in the book, they said, the commitment mindset is to choose pleasurable results over pleasurable activity. Saying yes in the moment to somebody is a pleasurable activity, but will it produce a pleasurable result? Inversely, Saying no to somebody in the moment is not a pleasurable activity. It's not fun, but it's going to produce a more pleasurable result because nobody's going to be upset with you 5 weeks down the road when you haven't done what you said you were going to do. Like most things in life, you'll have to endure a bit of discomfort to get to the best result, but it's worth it for everyone in the end. Sorry, I've got a whiny little pup right here right now. But she's cute though. At the end of the day, just be real with people. Be honest, transparent, be forthcoming, and mean what you say. Say what you mean, value your word, and follow through with your commitments. Think about what it's going to cost, and don't commit if you're not ready. Don't be afraid to say no if you need to. It's okay. We'll catch you next week.